All right, everybody, we have good news and bad news in our journey. The good news is we are finally going to be able to leave Ukraine. The bad news is it will not be to go back to Spain. We have booked a repatriation flight with Ukrainian Airlines, and that flight is taking us directly to JFK in New York City, for those of you who aren't familiar with the JFK airport. And yeah, so we're gonna head back and make our way to Maine. We spoke with one of our seasonal employers, and he said that he's got some work for us. And so instead of staying here burning through our savings, we figured we would return to the United States early and start to work again, which is fine because we planned on going back in I guess August. So we'll be going back a couple months early, which is fine because that'll allow us to save up a couple months worth of money that we previously were not intending to work. And the way things are going, it looks like we won't be able to return to Spain, to our home, until at least August or September. So we figured we'll just head back to the United States early and start to work, which, like I said, is no big deal. But we're out for a walk today. So what Rachel and I are actually doing right now is we're walking around to a bunch of pharmacies and stockpiling her medications. That way we don't have to worry about getting them in the United States, because not only do you have to jump through hoops when you're in the United States to get the medications, you also have to pay multiples of what you would pay in Europe. We are not getting the prescriptions as cheap as we would in Spain, but significantly less than we would in the US. So we're basically buying about 8 months worth of prescriptions. That way when we return to the United States for work, we don't have to worry about it. And we don't have to see a doctor to get prescriptions here. We don't have to, like I was saying, jump through hoops to get them. We just go in, show them the prescription, and we are able to obtain them that way. So yeah, Rachel's just in this pharmacy behind me, grabbing some things that she needs. Come along with us. We're gonna walk around today and see if we can score some more prescriptions. What'd you get? A few months or what?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
It was a success, and she spoke a little bit of English.
Nice.
Not much,
See.
but she was the only one that actually busted out her own Google Translate app,
Nice.
so that was really awesome.
So how many months of one prescription do you have now? 6?
I have 6 of one and 3 of the other.
Nice. So we need a couple more of one and a handful of the other. So we're going to continue our little journey today. Any luck?
Yes, I finally got a 4-pack. Yeah, so I think we're actually good. That one was really easy and smooth. No, we didn't say a word to each other, which is fine. We knew what was up.
Nice. All right, we came back down to this. What is this? Arcadia Beach area.
Yes.
We were here actually at the beginning of our trip, and I did the math. We've been here for 9 weeks, and as you can see, as in comparison to when we were previously here, there's quite a bit of people out getting a little recreational exercise and enjoying the shops that are back open. And yeah, oh, they even got the top down on the car now. But yeah, we were able to get all of the prescriptions. When we get back to the apartment, we're gonna add it up and tell you how many months we were able to get, and also how much it cost. And yeah, we're just gonna keep heading along our way here. Looks like everyone's kind of just chilling, relaxing. Like I said, a little bit more active than it was prior. This is basically the same area we've been frequenting for the last, well, I shouldn't say the last 7 or 8 weeks, because we haven't been able to be out, but this area in general is where we have been. And yeah, it's really really active and lively today. We're gonna head back down towards the sea and see what it's looking like down there. I wanted to catch this lady's awesome hat. Check that out. Hell yeah. It's like the clubs are getting all their floral arrangements in, and it really smelled very heavily of flowers right there. It was quite nice, actually. Water park doesn't seem to be in a hurry to open up, that's for sure. There's a massive water park right here, and here's Club Ibiza. We can actually see them from our building, which is just there. is the, whoa, shaky, building we're in there, I believe. But at night we can see the, they have a big spotlight and they have the lights going, and on Fridays they have like live music. We've been hearing it from our apartment, but whoa, this is a new development. This huge hole in the ground was not here before. I love getting shots of these super awesome wheelchair ramps that they have everywhere that are incredibly safe and probably no one's ever going to come here in a wheelchair because of. But yeah, they're all over the place. Kind of like a Eastern European standard. It's like they did it because they had to, but it doesn't actually serve a purpose. Pretty intense. You can tell that they're lifting restrictions. They got the IG models back out on the streets. Classic. Anyway, just wanted to show you the club. Actually, this club here, they've been getting ready for the last couple weeks. So when we just walked in front of the Ibiza, but looks like they've got quite a bit of action going on. So pretty soon here, you're going to be able to hit up these clubs at the beach. They were actually spending the last little bit of time, the last few days, bringing all these pallets out to the beach with the pads and stuff on them. It's kind of funny, actually. They brought them all real far down to the water, and then yesterday the waves were really strong, and they were basically like washing the pallets back, so they had to bring all the pallets back up. What do you think? Are you excited to get out of here?
I am, actually. Believe it or not, even though we're just going to Maine.
We're just going to Maine.
Pretty excited.
And we're going to work, but that's okay because it's an action that's going to go towards our future goals, and actually we're going to start working a couple months earlier, like I said, so no complaints in the end, and we'll have our car again, and so yeah, it'll be nice. Goes a bunch of dudes fishing over here. I'm not sure if there's good fishing here, but we've certainly been seeing quite a few people fishing as we've been up in our room. I threw this on because this DJ over here messing with this stereo at this club, I was like rather blown away. The sound system was like highly impressive, and I think what he was doing was actually, he was just taking it up as much as he could while he can right now, testing out the system, because it was like highly impressive actually. It wasn't my type of music. I'm not a big fan of the club music, but it was hitting.
If you are, this is probably the
yeah,
spot
this is the
for
spot.
you.
It was crazy.
It
like
sounded good.
It sounded
really
so
it's
good.
clean.
It was just like you know, going out that way and hitting off these walls and stuff. It sounded amazing. I just noticed while we were standing here too that when we very first came here, our first Airbnb was in this building right here. Our second Airbnb and third Airbnb were in this set of buildings here, and our fourth Airbnb is actually just up behind us. You can't see it, but just behind us, and it's all been the Cador Group buildings. So yeah, we've really stayed in a close area. I think I said earlier we've been here for 9 weeks, and I think by the time we catch our flight next week, today's Wednesday, our flight's next Wednesday as well, or is next Wednesday, we'll have been here for 10 weeks, so 2.5 months we were here. So yeah, we're definitely ready to get out of here, but we have enjoyed our time. The people here have been very friendly and welcoming. We haven't had any issues, so it's been nice. I guess of any place that we got stuck, can't complain about being stuck here in Ukraine. And we would have liked to have gotten out more and been able to enjoy this beautiful coast here along the Black Sea, but in the end, considering we were stuck inside for so long during a pandemic, I think we did all right, huh? We didn't kill each other.
You know, we're here. We made it.
Right. There's some of these murals as we go along. We were down here before, but I think I kind of just glazed over it and didn't really take the time to capture them, but I'll kind of get a few of them as we go along now. It's about time that DJ let the bass drop. I was waiting for like 5 minutes, damn it. A little bit of music now as we go along. That system's hitting pretty good. That club's back there a ways now. That club, I was just reading the other day that it's sponsored by this Japanese clothing company that's called Superdry or something like that. And I think earlier this year, actually, Steve Aoki was supposed to DJ there, or maybe he did last year, but I don't know if it was canceled because of the pandemic right now, but kind of interesting. This is the last one here. All right, we're heading back up to get some food. We had a nice little walk here. So yeah, like I was saying, we are gonna head home. If you're curious, we'll probably try to get out a couple more times before we have to leave. I'd actually like to go for a swim in that sea, but it's been pretty damn cold and windy, so I haven't been too brave. There's our building there, that Cador building up there. That's the building where our fourth Airbnb is. I'll show you when we get back up there. As you can see, there's the building there, and then we've seen this marina here and this building here, and then past all that is those clubs and stuff we were just passing by. But I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna add these prescriptions up, give you a total, and show you how we fared getting our medications here before returning to the US. And I'll show you this view that of this coastline here you can see from up there. Really like this old brick building. Our apartment's like right there, and we look down on this brick building. Unfortunately, it's now dwarfed by these new buildings that are going up. But I'd like to believe that this is probably one of the first like beachside little hotels right here, because it's a really nice building. It's cool.
It's got some good character to it.
Yeah, it's neat. But then bam, they just have all these huge buildings in the background. I was saying in another one of my videos that all the gas lines here are above ground. This is all gas, natural gas. Pretty interesting how none of it's subterranean, and it's all just, it like runs along the fence lines, and then where people have like so for like example for right here, where someone would enter into this fence, they just lift it up above, and then see it there, they just run it over to the house and into the rooms. But yeah, just along this whole street is gas line going to each individual home. It just continues down. Pretty trip. And then here's the behemoth of a building we're in here. Just had to show my garden real quick before we got to the prescriptions. I have been growing these for a while, but there's several tomato plants, and these ones, majority of them are a pepper plant, and yeah, I have not watered that once actually, which is really neat. I put all the soil in there really moist, and then I put all the seeds, and then just left it, and everything sprouted, and yeah, I haven't watered it once. All right, before I forget, I wanted to follow up on showing you the view. So that's that large building. We were just down below. Actually, we came up just there, and we were just at that large building. So as you can see, if you haven't seen any of the prior videos, we've had quite the view from up here on the 18th floor. And just below us is this nice little neighborhood. But that club that we walked by that had the music going is just there. If it will focus, there we go. And now, and when we were down there, I was pointing up at our other buildings we stayed in, which were just above that one there. Yeah, Rachel and I are gonna dig through these receipts and probably in this video showing you guys how much we spent on basically 3/4 of a year worth of prescriptions that we were able to acquire here. So let us get that tallied up, and I'll get back to you. So what did we come up with?
So I've got seven months worth of 2 different types of prescriptions, and the total was about 88 USD. And the cool thing about that is I just went in, showed them my old box, my old prescription, and then they gave me what they had. So that cost doesn't include the doctor's visit. Some of these I need labs to get every single time I need
in the
refill.
US.
In the US, right. So you're able to totally bypass that here. I assume once you have one prescription, as long as you feel fine, you can keep filling that prescription as long as you want. So that's pretty cool. So we stocked up here before we went back home to the good old medical industry that is the United States. So we lucked out there.
Right, and so take into consideration if you're in Europe, Eastern Europe, Western Europe,
Spain in particular. Spain has
Right.
great prices on prescriptions.
yeah, especially Spain. We would have probably paid half that if we were in Spain, but even if you're there for maybe a couple of days, a week, a month, if you have prescriptions in the U.S., bring those prescriptions with you, fill up, and take them back with you. We've never had any issues taking them back with us, and there save yourself a few bucks and save yourself some money for not having to go to the doctor or a specialist to get labs done to then get these prescriptions. If you already have them, just bring them with you. Show the clerk at the pharmacy, and you should be good to go. But thanks for coming along with us, and stay tuned, and we'll be keeping you guys updated on our journey back to the U.S. So yeah, flight should be fun. I'm not sure it's going to be very full, but
right, there's going to be no food, so we have to figure
Yeah.
out how we're going to feed ourselves on an 11-hour flight as
yeah,
well.
there's no services on the flight, so
Right, make sure we have enough water and all that. And
right
I don't know if the concession stands are actually open
at the airport.
At the airport, so of course we can't bring water past security, but I wonder if those concessions will be open so we can buy enough to actually get us through
Right.
that long of a journey.
Hopefully not. Maybe they'll
Right,
have
I
some
hope
vending
so.
machines or something. But yeah, we're out.